now streaming live. Full Velocity TV begins now.
Good evening and welcome live to another rendition of Full Velocity TV DWR Sunday Night Shootout at Volusia Speedway here this evening. We see 40 cars here in the server here this evening. It's going to be action-packed here tonight. I'm Todd Stanton alongside of me. Maybe somebody a little bit later. But as of right now, they're over at Stars on Dirt with 6 feature events. These guys do have 5 minutes of qualifying action here as these guys get locked and loaded for their heat racing action. And I believe there is probably going to be right around 5 heat races here this evening as they get qualified and lock themselves into the show here tonight. Starting position going to be key here at Volusia Speedway. Like I said, it's going to be a fantastic show here tonight. DWR Sunday Night Shootout, as always, top notch every Sunday night. We'll see what happens here as we have DWR Wednesday night street fights. Now we have the shootout here tonight on Sunday night. So we'll see how this is all going to play out here tonight. Like I said, 40 cars in the house here this evening. We're going to be proud to bring this event here to you tonight. As always on here, we got to thank some of our sponsors, and we're going to send it to Evil One Graphics, one of the main sponsors here at DWR.
Don't say I didn't warn you. No one knows.
Evil One Graphics specializes in iRacing wraps, promo ads, and banners for all your sim racing needs. From a new custom look on the track to a new look for your site, E1G is your place. Want to promote a special event or series for your league? E1G can make that custom promo ad you're looking for. With attention to high detail, great service, and reasonable prices, E1G is here to serve you. Evil One Graphics, they're not only good, they're evil. Like I said, got to thank the fine folks over at Evil One Graphics. They've been a fantastic rendition here to Full Velocity TV. Not only that, they make some fantastic wraps out there. I know Jim Revis has been extremely busy on wraps. Can't forget Eichstead Motorsports. You cannot forget Trash Panda Graphics either. The sponsors here with DWR and Jason Salter and Eric Eichstead both doing wraps also out their own right. So I know those guys have been busy. Never could understand how to paint. I don't think I ever want to get into that genre because it's awful hard for me to even keep concentration. So kudos to those guys over there that can paint. Want to thank everybody for tuning live into Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We got about 2 minutes left of qualifying here, and we're going to see who's going to be atop the order right now. It is the number 20 of Greg Tuberville with a quick time here at Volusia. We'll see if he stays up on top or will that 2 minutes click off and we'll have somebody else up top here on the charts. A lot of good names here, a lot of heavy hitters, especially in the street stock division. They did close registration for this event here a couple days ago, so you cannot get involved into this Sunday Night Shootout, unfortunately, as these guys put on a fantastic show. But I know that if they can get it, they will do another season here of Sunday Night Shootout. And hopefully we'll be alive here on Full Velocity TV as we continue our great relationship with Dirt Royal Racing. We got a bit left, so we're going to send it down trackside for the playing of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for standing for the national anthem. We're about ready to get racing here with heat race number 1. And they are already getting locked and loaded onto the grid. Starting on the pole, driving the number 20, that's Greg Tuberville with quick time here of the evening. His ace brought outside, that's the Iceman himself, that's Daniel Stifler. Next row back, starting in the third starting position, that is Preston Williams. Outside of him will be the number 07, that's Justin Pruett. Rolling off in the fifth position, that's Steve Reduce in number 178, and Sawyer Swatak in the number 67 rolls off 6th. Rolling off 7th is Joshua Ely aboard the 009, and Ryan Bronson rolls off 8th. Rolling off 9th, and the final starter here in heat race number 1, that's going to be Chris Miller aboard the number 9 machine. Chris Miller aboard the number 9 starting 9th. 8 laps will be your heat race distance here tonight at Volusia Speedway. Heat race number 1 on the docket here momentarily. The number 20 of Greg Tuberville and Daniel Stifler will lead them down here as they're right now following behind that iRacing.com pace truck. These guys getting ready to be locked and loaded, different camera angles, trying some different things here tonight on Full Velocity TV. Volusia Speedway cannot wait to see what's going to happen here. 40 cars entered into the field here this evening, going to make 5 big heat races here this evening. So we'll wait and see what's going to happen. We're going to see a little bit of mains, different mains going on. You're seeing a lot of flash bulbs going off in the stands. Got to thank iRacing for that unique feature here tonight and ongoing here throughout the simulation here in iRacing. But Full Velocity TV, I tell you what, is fantastic. It's fantastic to be involved in the DWR Sunday Night Shootout. Fantastic for all the fans out there on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Cannot wait to see who's going to take down the victory here tonight. Trying to figure out what is going on. If anybody is seeing the stream correctly here tonight, or if it's just my cell phone being rather stupid here tonight. So, yeah, it looks like it's rolling off pretty good here. These guys make their final turn down here into 3 and 4. You're going to see that iRacing.com pace truck to pull down to pit road here to relinquish the field here as they are restacked. They're repacked, getting ready for racing action. Green flags in the air. We're racing here with heat race number 1 at Volusia Speedway. Flash bulbs and everything. Greg Tuberville down to the bottom side. Daniel Stifler up top. Stifler going to wrestle it away for the top spot in that number 71 machine. The number 99 of Preston Williams moves up into the 3rd spot. Meanwhile, Stifler trying to hold off Greg Tuberville. Tuberville down on the bottom, rolling the bottom here as we complete lap number 1. Give it to this Daniel Stifler, the Iceman, the number 71 machine, just barely holding on here to the race lead over the number 20 of Greg Tuberville. Third now is the 07 of Pruett. Justin Pruett up to the 3rd spot. The number 99 drop kicked back to 4th. That is Preston Williams. Williams aboard the number 99, now under heavy pressure from the number 67 of Sawyer Swatak in the number 67 machine. So trying to put some pressure here on Greg Tuberville. 3 cars will qualify here to the main event tonight. I believe maybe even 4 cars. I'm looking at that. I think it's 4 cars qualifying to the main event. I could be wrong with that one. So maybe Eric Eichstad will let me know here tonight, as I don't have my normal widget up there to tell me what is going on here tonight. But it is the number 71 machine of Daniel Stifler showing the way. The number 20 of Greg Tuberville. 2nd and 3rd is Justin Pruett aboard the number 07 machine. Pruett been fast as of late here on Full Velocity TV. Meanwhile, nice battle still going on, waging war here for that 4th spot. The number 67 of Sawyer on the bottom side by side with the number 99 of Preston Williams. Williams right now left out to lunch as he's working over the bottom side. Top 4 will qualify, so that is a battle for the final transfer position. Thank you to Eric Eichstad here this evening, as he was my key to figuring out who was going to qualify and make it in here to the main event. So the 67 of Sawyer Swatak holding on to the 4th spot. The number 009 of Joshua Ely now down to the bottom side. Nice side-by-side battle for that 5th spot. But remember, that's out of the final transfer spot. Meanwhile, back up front it is Daniel Stifler with 2 laps to go here in heat race number 1. The number 20 of Greg Tuberville running in that 2nd spot. 3rd is the 07 of Pruett. Pruett just on the outside looking in. He wants to probably take down the victory, but he'd probably be happy just to make the A main here at Volusia Speedway. White Silk going to come in there as they come out of turn number 4. here is the number 71 of Stifler. Can the 20 of Tuberville try anything here to try to take out heat race number 1? Tuberville looks down to the bottom here, gets a little bit better entry through the middle of the corner. Just cannot get that drive off the corner. Down the back straightaway for the final time into turn number 3. And off of turn number 4 drives the number 71 of Daniel Stifler to heat race number 1. The number 20 of Greg Tuberville, Justin Pruett, and Sawyer Swatek going to round out your top 4 to make the A main. Heat race number 2 is on the grid here, and they're going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 319, that's David Brewer. Brewer aboard the 319. Outside of him, that's Electric Eric aboard the number 12 machine, that's Eric Eichstead. Rolling off in that second position. Rolling off in third, that's Kyle Surratt in the number 25 machine, the Tennessee Tumbler. Brett Rolls in the 124, rolls off fourth. Rolling off in the fifth starting position, that's Mitchell Enos aboard the 097 machine. And Chris Lovin in the number 7, going to roll off sixth. Rolling off seventh in the 010 of Casey Brunson. Outside of him will be Jordan Cootie in the number 40 machine. And rolling off shotgun on the field, Derek Debris aboard the number 119. 9 cars we called for, 9 cars we have out there here for heat race number 2. Just taking a look at some of the different cars out there, just seeing some different things going on here tonight. As things have been evolving here with the numbers, the car numbers. They're being able to make their own numbers as they want, and it's rather interesting to see lots of nice looking cars out there. And some of them don't have numbers on the side of them. I believe maybe just missing just a tad bit. I believe that might be the number 010 machine. Brunson not having a number on the store of his car. Must be a new paint scheme right out of the shop. Is 010 of Brunson, no number on the side of that machine. These guys enter the back straight away. It is going to be Brewer and Eichstead to lead them down to get the green flag off of turn number 4 here at Volusia Speedway. Again, this is heat race number 2 of 5 big heat races here of the evening at Volusia Speedway. So we're going to see who's going to make it in. Again, 4 transfer into the main event. Got to wish a happy birthday to Eric Eichstead out there, too, in Facebook. Make sure you wish Eric Eichstead a happy birthday. Green flag is in the air. What a birthday present it would be here to take down the win here on Sunday Night Shootout. But David Brewer going to be the spoiler so far. Out to the early advantage. Eric Eichstead running in that second spot. Third is the number 25 machine. Surratt right now running in third. Down on the bottom side, the Tennessee Tumbler. Brett rolls up on the top shelf of the Speedway. He's trying to gain some momentum on the number 25 machine. Nice side-by-side battle for the third position. Meanwhile, up front, it is a 319 of David Brewer leading it as Brett Rolls makes a huge mistake there, leaving the door wide open for Mitchell Enos. Enos down to the bottom side, trying to make something happen. Almost 3 wide, battling on for that third spot. Remember, the final transfer is position number 4. The rest of them have to go to consolation events here tonight. 40 cars here in the field. Fantastic showing again for Dirt Warrior Racing and Sunday Night Shootout. Man, what fantastic racing you guys are in store for here on Full Velocity TV. If you're watching it here, it is the 319 of Brewer. Eric Eichstead running second. Third is Kyle Surratt. Fourth is Brett Rolls, but he's got heavy pressure from Chris in the number 7 machine. Nice looking number 7 machine right there, rolling in the 5th spot. Mitchell Enos in the 097. He is 6th. Look at Rolls roll down to the bottom side, trying to make something happen. There was Surratt. Surratt able to hold the momentum, the loud pedal down on the top shelf of the Speedway. Rolls is going to have to do something a little bit different, probably with that number 17 machine to try to get around to take over third from Surratt. David Brewer is under heavy pressure from the number 12 machine of Eric Eichstead. Eichstead down to the bottom side there. Cannot get the forward bite off of turn number 4 as we got 3 laps remaining. Can Eichstead take down the victory here in heat race number 2? Wrestled away from the 319 of David Brewer. Or will Brewer go on to win the heat race number 2? We'll just have to wait and see. I know there's a lot of fan favorites out there. I know you guys got a voice out there on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Let us know who your favorite is out there as popsicle sticks go in the air here for the number 319 of David Brewer. Eichstead back down to the bottom side, trying to make something happen. He wants to wrestle that lead away. Cannot get it off of turn number 2, though. Gets a tad bit sideways. Looks like he's blowing the tires off the rear of that car. Now back down to the bottom, down next to the wall. Oh, contact made! And around goes David Brewer. And the number 12 machine, Surratt, now having contact with the outside wall. That leaves it wide open for the number 17 of Brett Rolls. This is all on the final lap. Surratt now just way up to the top side. Here comes the 17 of Brett Rolls. Rolls down to the bottom side. Down the back straightaway here to turn number 3. Rolls is going to take down the victory here off of turn number 4. Brett Rolls from 4th to 1st in 1 lap. Checkered flag going to fly here for heat race number 2. Wow, that is going to be one for the record books, guys, as Brett Rolls taking down the victory there for heat race number 2. As we get ready here for heat race number 3, 3 of 5 here tonight. Starting on the pole, driving the number 61, that's Josh Peacock. Peacock aboard the number 61. His dancing partner to the outside, driving the 711. That's Terry Joyner. Joyner aboard the number 711. Inside row number 2, starting the 3rd starting position, that's Braden Richards aboard the 010 machine. And Jason Salter racing Jason on the outside, rolling off 4th. Rolling off in the 5th starting position, that's Chad Bird. Bird aboard the number 17 machine. And his dancing partner to the outside, that's the number 72. That's Bailey Bennett. Bennett aboard the number 72. Rolling off in the 7th position, that's Ryan Oakes in the number 83 machine. And rolling off the final position out in the field, the number 026 of Sean Stevens. Rolling off in that 8th spot. We called for 8 cars. We have 8 cars out there. Heat race number 3 is ready to go live here. And going to hit that loud pedal. They just have another lap to complete before we go racing here for heat race number 3. Definitely was an insane final lap there in heat race number 2. Can heat race number 3 live up to that build? Man, that's going to be awful, awful difficult. Heat race 2 setting the tone there. Probably not the tone Eric Eichstead wanted to set there. He wanted to win here in heat race number 2, and I'm sure he did not mean to make any contact there with the race leader. It just happens. It's good old short track racing at its finest. Dirt track racing at its finest, too. It is Peacock and Joyner. His iRacing.com pace truck pulls down the pit road, just waiting on that green flag. Green flag's in there. Loud pedal is down. They're racing down the front straight away, and look at Peacock. Large and in charge here on the first corner of the lap. The number 61 out to the lead. The 711 of Joyner right now running in 2nd. Braden Richards running for 3. 4th right now is Jason Salter. The 17 machine of Chad Bird running in that 5th spot. 72 of Bailey Bennett running for 6. You can see all the cars in the screen as they complete lap number 1. Basically, the top 6 cars were in the screen there momentarily. But the top 4 right now are the transfer cars. Jason Salter right now on the bubble, and that number 10 machine's got to hold on in order to make it to the A main. He can make it other ways, but it's going to be rather difficult to make it through one of those consolation events. The number 61 of Stifler right now, your leader into turn number 1. The 711 of Joyner running 4-2 for 3 is Braden Richards. Richards now looking down to the bottom side. He's getting a wet overrun as they enter the back straight away there, but Joyner able to hold on to 2nd. The 012 machine running 3rd. Jason Salter is running 4th, and number 10 machine does not have any heavy pressure. But look at Braden Richards down to the bottom side, trying to pull a slider there. Man, he threw it in deep. And he tried to full send it there. The 010 machine had to back out of it, or else he would have made some contact there with the 711 of Joyner. But Joyner right now running in that 2nd spot. Braden Richards in 3rd. He's going to have to mount another charge as we have 4 laps remaining here around Volusia. Heat race number 3, trying to live up to the build of heat race number 2. If you guys did not see heat race number 2, you're going to have to go back and see that one. The finish of that one was wild. But the 012 is trying to get around the number 711 of Joyner, but meanwhile up front it's still the 61 of Josh Peacock leading this event. The number 711 Terry Joyner, the 010. Look at Salter down to the bottom, racing Jason Salter aboard the number 10. He's trying to throw it in there full send, and that number 10 machine trying to get around Richards and maybe make some hayway here in the number 10 machine. Not able to do so. He lost a couple of car lengths there as popsicle sticks going to go in the air for the 61 of Josh Peacock. Taking a look down through turns number 3 and off of turn number 4 as they're going to get the white flag here for the number 61 machine of Josh Peacock, the 7-Eleven Joiner, the 012 of Braden Richards, and the Chatton machine of Racing Jason. Not contested there for the final transfer position as they're down the back straightaway here for the final time. Is anybody going to pull anything here as they come through turn number 3? Salter tries way down to the bottom side. Peacock just up the track, but going to take down the victory here in heat race number 3. Josh Peacock, the 7-Eleven Joiner, Richards, and Salter are your top 4 that make it to the main. The rest go to the consolation events. So as we take a look here for heat race number 4, starting on the pole is going to be the number 24. That's Brenton Hoff. Hoff aboard the number 24. Stephen Moore going to roll off in the second position in that number 73 machine. Inside row number 2, starting in the third starting position, that's the number 11. That's Kyle Moyer. Moyer aboard the number 11. Austin Miners in the number 8. He's going to roll off fourth. Rolling off in the fifth position, that's the 53 machine. That's Chadwick Rigby aboard the 53. And the 193 machine of Brandon Joy. Joy aboard the 193 going to roll off 6. Rolling off 7th, the number 35. That's Jay Weaver. Weaver aboard the 35. And the 01 of Daniel Price going to start shotgun on the field. We called for 8 cars. We have 8 cars out there. Heat race number 4. Still one more heat race on the docket here for DWR Sunday Night Shootout. 40 cars in attendance here at Volusia. Once again, got to thank Brendan Spatafor Firearms, dirt-series.com. Got to thank Evil One Graphics, CNC Race Designs for coming aboard as sponsors. iRacing iFlag. Got to thank Jeff Brown. Thank those guys. Make sure you help and support the guys that support iRacing, support local dirt track racing. Go out there and support them. If you haven't never been to a dirt track, also hashtag making dirt track racing great again. Jake Keel out there trying to take new people out to the racetrack. I think you guys should. If you're going out to a local dirt track, make sure you go out and take a new person that's never been to a dirt track. Here, let's keep dirt track racing alive here. Green flag is in the air. The number 24 of Brenton Hoff is right now your current race leader, but that 73 of Moore has something for it. It reminds me of a Steven Deinhardt car that's out here in the Northeast. Is that car painted almost identical to his cars, and he probably doesn't even know who Deinhardt is in my area. But the number 73 is Stephen Moore down to the bottom side. Hoff now drifts up to the top shelf of the Speedway, trying to hang it out there, but the 73 digging on the bottom side, trying to catfish it down there into turn number 3. Going to be able to take over the lead, I do believe, here through 3 or 4. He's going to slide it up in front of the number 24 of Hoff. Going to kill that run, kill the momentum there. The number 11 machine of Kyle Moyer now trying to wrestle the way third from Austin Miner aboard that number 8 machine. Miner right now holding on to the third spot, but I don't know for how long. Hoff drifting up the track too, almost 3 wide, battling going down the back straightaway. The number 11 of Moyer down to the bottom side, 3 wide battle, more contact made, and Moyer holds on there for a little bit. Lots of contact being made down the front straightaway. As Moyer able to hold on, that could have been devastating for that number 11 machine, and even the 8 of Miners is right now running in that 4th spot. He's in the final transfer spot, but he is heavily contested there with the number 35 of Jay Weaver, Chadwick Rigby, Daniel Price, Brandon Joy. Those guys all right there. They could take over that final transfer spot at any given second, but the 8 of Miner trying to put that loud pedal down, trying to get away from those guys, trying to get themselves some breathing room here as they come down into turn number 3. This is all Stephen Moore so far, driving off into the sunset here in heat race number 4. Second is Brenton Hoff. Kyle Moyer and Austin Miners round out your top 4. The 35 of Jay Weaver just on the outside looking in that 5th spot, trying to gather it back up, trying to get 2 Austin Miners aboard the number 8. But off of turn number 4, it's going to be popsicle sticks in the air for the number 73 of Stephen Moore. Brenton Hoff going to roll off in that 2nd spot, going to try to do something here, but I don't think he's going to be able to catch the leader. He's going to try to hang on to the 2nd spot. More contact made there between the 8 of Miners and Moyer there. Short track racing, awesome racing going down the back straightaway here into turn number 3. White Silk going to be in there for the number 73 of Stephen Moore. Second is Hoff, but Hoff is contested there with Moyer. The 18 of Minor, you can see that anything can happen here in heat race number 2. Is something going to happen here in heat race number 4? Hopefully not for the top 4 drivers, but into turn number 3 and off of turn number 4, picking up heat race number 4. The 73 of Stephen Moore going to pick that one up. Second's going to be Bretton Hoff, Kyle Moyer, and Austin Minor is going to be your 4 cars to make it to the A-Main. The rest go to the Contis. As I got a minute to catch my breath, take a nice, refreshing sip of Coca-Cola California Raspberry here tonight. My drink of choice. I really like the California Raspberry Coca-Cola in a glass bottle. But our heat race number 5 going to roll off. Our 5th and final heat race of the evening is going to roll away like this. Starting on the pole, the evil one himself, the driver of the number 21, been on a tear as of late. That is Jim Revis. Revis aboard the number 21. Alex Brewer has been fast every week, just about, that we see him here on Full Velocity TV. He is going to roll off in that 2nd spot in that number 1. Rolling off in the 3rd spot, going to be the number 60. That's Trace Williams. Williams aboard the number 60. His dad's aboard outside. That is David Blackberg in the number 16 machine, rolling off 4th. Rolling off in the 5th position, that's the number 13 machine. That's Caleb Ramsey. Ramsey aboard the number 13. And outside of him will be Stephen Robbins aboard the number 073 machine. Stephen Robbins aboard the 073. Rolling off 7th is going to be Jason Allen. Allen aboard the 52. And Ryan Baker going to start shotgun on the field in that 622 machine. We have 8 cars out there. 8 cars we called for. Heat race number 5 getting ready to get underway here. iRacing.com pace truck down the back straightaway here. Who's it going to be here tonight in heat race number 5? Can they live up to the bill of the other heat races? So far, I think heat race number 2 has put on a show of shows there. As the final lap, it just switched so much because of a little bit of contact. Those guys were able to save it, but took themselves out of qualifying contention. Green flag now in the air, and that's Jim Revis hitting that loud pedal. Look at the gearing aboard the number 21 machine. Out to the early advantage down into turn number 1. Jim Revis holding on into turn number 3, so he is your current race leader. Brewer under heavy pressure from Trace Williams aboard the number 60 machine. Caleb Ramsey running in the 5th position. A little contact there made with a 16 machine of David Blackberg. Berg up on the top shelf of the Speedway. Ramsey down to the bottom. He knows he's got to get in that final transfer position. That's position number 4. And Ramsey is trying to fight tooth and nail, maybe rubbing just a tad bit on the 16 machine. Nope, clean pass there through 3 and 4, but still side by side down the front straightaway is Ramsey down to the bottom side. Blackberg up to the top shelf of the Speedway right now, trying to wrestle that position back. That is your final transfer into the A-Main, as those guys up front pretty much staying single file, but Ramsey now pulls a slider on the number 16. Ramsey to the 4th position. Here comes the 16 of Blackberg. Down to the bottom side again. He's going to try to pull a slider of his own. As my microphone was muted there, got all excited as you guys get to hear any of that stuff that was going on. Blackberg now down to the bottom side. The number 13 of Caleb Ramsey up to the top shelf of the Speedway, coming off of turn number 4. White Silk going to be in there for Jim Revis, Alex Brewer, and Trace Williams. Blackbird down to the bottom side. We're going to continue with this race here for the final transfer position. Looks like Jim Revis going to take down the victory here in heat race number 5. But Blackbird down to the bottom, side by side. Can Ramsey hold on? Blackbird makes a little bit of contact there. Side by side, drag race to the start finish line. Give it to... We're going to leave it up to Blackbird. Blackbird going to take home the final transfer position. Jim Revis going to take down the victory. Okay, as we get ready for C-Main here. C-Main, 10 laps will be the distance starting on the pole. Driving the 009 machine, that's Joshua Ely. His dancing partner on the outside. Driving the number 17 machine, that's Chad Bird. Bird aboard the number 17. Rolling off in third is going to be Caleb Ramsey aboard the number 13 machine. Fourth is going to be the number 12 of Eric Eichstead. Eichstead aboard the number 12. Rolling off fifth is going to be the 01 of Daniel Price. Chris Miller going to roll off sixth aboard the number 9. Rolling off seventh will be the number 83 machine. That's Ryan Oakes. Oakes aboard the number 83. And the 622 is going to roll off eighth. That's Ryan Baker. Rolling off ninth is Jordan Cutie aboard the number 40 machine. And outside of him will be the 193. That's Brandon Joy. Rolling off 11th in the 11th final position here for the C-Main. That's going to be the number 6 car of Ryan Bronson. Bronson aboard the number 6 car. He's going to roll off 11th. We called for 11 cars. We got 11 cars here for the C-Main. Going to be interesting to see who is going to take in the final transfer positions. We're going to see. As a top 3 from each consi goes to the main event here tonight. Top 3 to Volusia's A-Main here, so it's going to be a dogfight. We're going to keep an eye on all these cars as these guys are restacked or repacked. iRacing.com pace truck getting ready to pull down to Pier Road, just waiting for the truck to pull down there as he speeds away. These drivers getting antsy. Green flag is out. The loud pedal is down. We're racing down the front straightaway, and Ramsey down to the bottom side there. The 17 of Chad Bird. Bird right now gets a tad bit loose there through the corner. Ramsey now up to second. Bird is right now running in the third spot. Contact made there between Bird and it looks like the 01 machine of Daniel Price. Price has to get out of it just a tad bit. Here comes Chris Miller up to the 5th spot. But look at Eric Eichstead, birthday boy here tonight in the house. The number 12 machine trying to make the A-Main. That would be nice for Eric Eichstead. Eichstead battling tooth and nail for that final transfer position in the 3rd spot. As we look, it is Joshua Ely, Caleb Ramsey. That is your top 2. Third right now is Chad Bird, but Eric Eichstead now driving down to the bottom side. There in that number 12 machine trying to make the A-Main here tonight out of the consolation event. It does say the C-Main, but they take the top 3 here out of the C-Main to the feature event here. Eric Eichstead now going to slide up in front of the 17 of Bird as we have 7 laps remaining here for that number 12 machine to try to hold on. Joshua Ely right now on the top spot. 13 of Ramsey running second. These guys look kind of content, the top 1, 2. Content of riding around there, but Eric Eichstead not content. He's trying to reel these guys back in, but Ramsey now dives down to the bottom side, battle for the lead. As soon as I say they were content, Ramsey dived down, tried to get around the 009 machine of Ely. Not going to be able to be had there through the corner down the back straightaway here in the turn number 3. Joshua Ely is in the top spot. The 13 of Ramsey running in second. Third is Eric Eichstead. Bird is running fourth, just on the outside looking in. We have 5 laps remaining. Sometimes pictures speak 1,000 words as they're going through the corners here as Eichstead trying to reel in the top 2. Ramsey's now feeling the pressure. These guys, neither one of them want to be on the bubble here as Bird's right there breathing down the neck of these top 3 guys, trying to steal one of those final transfer positions. Like I said, knows what happened the last time. He doesn't want to make any contact with anybody. He wants to make the main here tonight. Now down to the bottom side as we have 3 more laps remaining around Volusia Speedway here for the C main. It is Joshua Ely now drifting up the track. Ramsey in the second spot in the middle groove. And down on the bottom is the number 12 of Eric Eichstead. Down the back straightaway here. Eichstead dives it down. Just you can see the 3 different grooves for these drivers. Bird just looking to see if one of these guys is going to make a mistake and he'll be able to pounce. As we have popsicle sticks in the air here for Ely. Ramsey, the 12 of Eric Eichstead. Ramsey and Ely make contact. As now that's going to make the number 12 get up there just a little bit closer. As the number 12 machine now bearing out the 13 of Ramsey as we get 1 lap to go here for the 009 of Ely. The 13 of Ramsey, the 12 of Eichstead. Are those guys going to really muff it up here down the back straightaway? Look at Eichstead to the top shelf of the Speedway. He's trying to get a run here on Ramsey down through turn number 3 and off of turn number 4, picking up the C main victory. Going to be Joshua Ely. Caleb Ramsey going to take home second. Third is going to be Eric Eichstead and Chad Bird 1 spot out here. Again, want to thank everybody for tuning in here to Full Velocity TV, DWR Sunday Night Shootout. 40 cars in attendance here tonight. We had 5 heat races, 2 consolation events, and this is consolation number 2. They're going to call it the B main, but it's consolation number 2. Top 3 make it into the A main, and it's going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the 097, that's Mitchell Enos. Enos aboard the 0197. And outside of him will be the 35. That's Jay Weaver. Weaver aboard the number 35. Rolling off in the 3rd starting position, driving the number 99 machine. That's Preston Williams. And outside of him, driving the number 72. That's Bailey Bennett. Bennett aboard the number 72. Rolling off in the 5th starting position, that's Steve Robbins. Robbins aboard the number 073. And his answer right outside Derek Debris in the number 117. Rolling off in the 7th starting position, that's Chadwick Rigby aboard the number 53 machine. The 178 is Stephen Redoon is going to roll off 8th. Rolling off 9th is going to be Sean Stevens, and outside of him with the number 52, that's Jason Allen. And rolling shotgun on the field, that is the number 319, that's David Brewer. Brewer aboard the 319. He's got a long road to hoe as he was the quickest car there in that heat race number 2, and now he starts 11th. So he's got to pick up 8 positions in a mere 10 laps. Thank you, Caleb Ramsey, for the star donations out there. I'd like to see some more star donations here on Full Velocity TV. If you like what you see here on Full Velocity TV, that helps us out quite a bit, whether we're making upgrades to our stuff, giving away prizes. We do a lot of different stuff with those star donations. Thank you for everybody tuning in here to Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. I only can see Facebook here tonight, YouTube, and Twitch. I'm not sure why I cannot see them here this evening, but I can see the Facebook Live chat. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We're getting ready to go green flag racing off of turn number 4. Green flag's in the air, and it's a jam up. Stack them up there in the first part of that green flag as we got the slinky effect going on. Mitch Enos out to the early advantage over Jay Weaver in the number 35 machine. Oh, contact made, and Weaver around. And the number 35. 360 keep going. And looks like, oh, man, more contact made. Rendunes there. The 178 machine, he was around heavy and doing that. A lot of contact being made there as the 72. Look at Bailey Bennett. Bailey Bennett up to second there. The 72 machine, good run for him as the number 99 of Preston Williams running in that 3rd spot. He is the final transfer position as Derek Debris now down to the bottom side trying to take over that 3rd spot from Preston Williams. The other 2 trying to run away and hide there from the rest of the drivers, but it is Bailey Bennett, your current race leader. The 117 of Debris now in that 3rd spot. He's wrestled it away from the number 99 machine. As the 117 still running in third. Here comes the 99 machine. Again, a Williams up to the top shelf for the Speedway. Derek Debris trying to make it in to the feature event. We only take the top three here out of the beat main. The 097 of Mitchell Eno still leading this event. The 117 now of Derek Debris now down to the bottom. He wasn't happy with third. He wants second too as he's motoring around. The number 72 of Bailey Bennett. He's making the bottom work here for the first time. Haven't seen a lot of guys make that bottom side work, but Derek Debris in the 117 machine able to do so here as we have a handful of laps to go here. 5 laps remaining as we are halfway home for the 117 of Derek Debris in that second spot. Look at the 72 of Bennett. He went drifting way up the track. Looks like his setups kind of ran out as the number 99 machine able to get around him too. Here comes Bennett back down to the bottom side. He doesn't want to give up third. Giving a little bit of a door check there to Preston Williams. So Williams now rustles that third spot away here from Bailey Bennett. Bailey Bennett now charges back down to the inside. Look at David Brewer all the way from the 11th position. And that 319 machine as the 99 of Williams bounces it off the wall just a tad bit. More contact being made there between Bennett and the 99 of Williams. Brewer does not know which way to go there in the 319 machine. As we have 3 laps remaining down the back straightaway. Great battle going on for that third and final transfer position. We don't know who this is going to be, how this is all going to play out here as Popsicle Sticks in the air. The 99 bounces it off the wall once again. Down the front straightaway here to turn number 1. Bennett back down to the bottom side. Trying to pull a slider up through there. Makes a little bit more contact. So does a Brewer make contact. Both runs slowed up here. Through corners 3 and 4. As Brewer now making more contact back through there. It looks like Bailey Bennett rustling away from the number 99. Brewer going to have to make a charge here as of late. Here's we got white flag in the air. More contact being made through the other portions of the event. Mitch Eno's under heavy fire there. The number 117 of Debris down to the bottom side. The 097 of Enos up top. Can it be Enos or is it going to be Debris? It's going to be Enos at the line. Debris and Bailey Bennett going to take down that third and final transfer position. Look at that race, guys. That's probably the best race of the evening here for transfer positions and everything. We had a great race going on in heat race number 2, but that was even more fantastic right there. Drivers starting to roll off into line here. We're getting ready here for the feature event. 60 big laps here at Volusia Speedway. And these guys are going to put on one whale of a show. I can promise you that. 60 laps will be the distance. There is 26 cars out there here this evening. Out of 40, we dwindled them down to 26 of the fastest cars here at Volusia tonight. And we're getting ready for our tonight's starting lineup. Starting on the pole, driving the number 71, that's Daniel Stifler. Stifler, the Iceman, starting on the pole. His dancer brother outside, driving the 124, that's the Tennessee Tumbler, that's Brett Rolls. Rolling off in the third starting position, driving the number 61, that's Josh Peacock, and Stephen Moore rolls off fourth in the number 73. Rolling off in the fifth starting position, inside row number 3, that's Jim Revis. Revis aboard the number 21, Greg Tuberville, going to roll off 6th. Rolling off 7th is Chris Lowen in the number 7 machine. Rolling off 8th will be Terry Joyner aboard the 711. Rolling off 9th will be Brenton Hoff aboard the 24 and Alex Brewer in the 1. Rolling off 10th. Rolling off 11th is Justin Pruett in the 07. Kyle Surratt in the number 25 rolls off 12th. 13th is going to be Braden Richards. 14th, Kyle Moyer. 15th, Trace Williams. Sawyer Swatek in the number 67 rolls off 16th. 17th going to be Casey Brunson. The number 10 of Racing Jason going to roll off 18th. 19th going to be Austin Miners. David Blackberg rolling off in the 20th position. 21st, Joshua Ely, Mitch Enos, Caleb Ramsey, Derek Dupree, Eric Eichstead, and Bailey Bennett rounds out your field as these guys going green flag off of turn number 4. Put the loud pedal down, and we're racing 60 big laps here at the Volusia Speedway. And it's Daniel Stifler leading them down here in the turn 1, already off of turn 2 down the back straightaway. Taking a look at the sights and sounds, and a lot of contact being made. Brayton Richards around, and then that's going to bring out the first yellow flag. But looking at the sights and sounds of all the racing going on throughout the field, and we were following Terry Joyner as he was dropping back through the field. So we take a ride with Brayton Richards in that number 012 machine, as there was a lot of contact being made, but Brayton Richards makes a little bumper grab there down to the inside wall, heavy contact with inside wall. Eric Eichstead around the number 12 machine, so a pair of 12s going around. Eichstead and the 010 of Brayton Richards both around in the knot there for a little bit. Eichstead was able to save it a little bit quicker. Richards came to a complete stop. That's going to bring out our yellow flag here, number 1 of the evening. So as we probably have another lap to go on here. Again, got to thank our sponsors, Evil One Graphics. Got to thank Spotify Firearms. Got to thank CNC Race Designs, iRacing iFlag. Got to thank Dirt-Series for all the great work that they've done for us. Josh Smith now doing a lot of camera work here for Full Velocity TV behind the scenes. Got to thank our graphics designer, Martin Karch. Got to thank Jack Truan and Phil Lacasse. Those guys both out at Stars on Dirt. They had 6 big features over there. Got to thank also Brett Rolls, who announces for us occasionally, and thank a couple of other guys that have been through tryouts. Also got to thank Ron Piles, Raging Ron, over there with Phil, helping Phil out here at Stars on Dirt here this evening. And Ron has took up a big spot here on Full Velocity TV. Got to thank Ron Piles for coming aboard here on Full Velocity TV. If you'd like to be a part of Full Velocity TV, whether it's sponsorship or whatnot, get a hold of us on our Facebook page. We'll get you all set up, as we got a lot of new widgets that we can get your business out there. If you want to be a part of Full Velocity TV, have some ideas, want to help us out, you can also get a hold of us that way too. As we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing here off of turn number 4, the iRacing.com pace truck down to pit road. There's a virus threat here. Is green flag going to come out? Not sure what that brought that one out, but is the number 71 of Stifler leading them down here to turn number 1. The number 124, Brett Rolls running in that second spot. Third is Josh Peacock. Peacock now deep and down to the bottom side, dipping and diving down to the bottom side is the number 61 machine. The 21 of Jim Revis now up to 4th. These guys fighting pretty good here throughout the whole field. Just look at the flash bulbs going off. You know there's great racing going on that we're missing here. We're going to go through the middle portion of this pack. It's 24 getting loose there. That is Bretton Hoff. Then number 24 machine making some contact there with the 20 of Tuberville, and Hoff almost around, able to save it there off the bumper of Tuberville. So those guys able to save it. You just see those guys get all types of loose. Jason Salter, great save in the back of the pack. And that number 10 machine. So lots of great saves going on. There's a lot of contact being made. Full fendered frenzy here on a Sunday night. Volusia Speedway, DWR, Sunday night shootout. Man, what a great race going on throughout the whole field. Just taking a look at more sights and sounds throughout the whole field. We're seeing 4 and 5 wide racing back towards Caleb Ramsey. And those guys, as yellow flag go to fly, and I almost can bet they tried to go 5 wide, and that did not work. Because might have even involved the number 60 machine of Braden Richards in that one, or Trace Williams in that one, maybe even Braden Richards. We'll have to see here as we go back to the instant replay. Okay, it's going to be one of those scenarios, and we're gonna let you the race fans out there call this one. So just at this camera angle, who was at fault? There's a lot of contact being made, and Braden Richards, the number 60 involved, and also the 72 machine involved. We'll give you one more look at it. There's the contact ensued. Whose fault was it anyway? Who's it? You make the call. As the field is restacked and repacked behind the iRacing.com pace truck, and this is not where everybody wants to be, but the yellow flag is out. It looks like they're going to be extinguished this time by, yep, indeed, the iRacing.com pace truck taking those yellow flag lights off. Looks like we're going to go back to green flag racing. I know a lot of guys out there, Robbie Pruett out there, saying he wants to see some green flag racing. I think a lot of people want to see the green flag racing that these guys, we all know that they can put on, as they are putting on some whale of fights throughout the whole field. I'm going to tell you that. As you're seeing 3 wide, 4 wide, 5 wide, you know, we don't sit out there, they don't sit out there and tell you that you can't go 5 wide. I tell you what, that's racing. Anybody that tells you can't go 5 wide is, that's nuts. If you can pull it off, but if you're a fault, obviously, you should probably go to the tail end of the field. But getting ready to go green flag off of turn number 4. Green flag's back in the air. It is Daniel Stifler with the charge here down into turn number 1. Brett Rolls running in the second spot. Contact made between Peacock and Revis. Revis drifts way up the track into the marbles. He's going to lose a couple of spots there. There's more contact being made there. Looks like Pruett 3 wide up through the middle there. In the 07 machine, yep, Justin Pruett. Oh, more contact made back to the back of the pack. Enos was completely around sideways. Looks like they're able to keep it gathered back up. But Pruett up through the middle in the 07 machine. He's trying to make things happen. Contact made, more contact. And around goes Thierry Joyner. Gonna hang on. Wow, what amazing racing and more contact being made. Oh, chain reaction. Caleb Ramsey down the wall. These guys just beating and banging off the wall. Are we going to see a yellow flag? Yep, we're going to see it. Finally, the flagger has had enough. He's seen enough. Yellow flag going to fly. We all talk about the Hornet's Nest. This is the Hornet's Nest, and I tell you what, guys, this is hard racing right here. Fantastic racing going on, and these guys saved it a ton of times before anything happened, and kudos to a lot of those drivers, as finally Tuberville and 09, Joshua Ely made contact, David Blackbird. I laugh. It's not real funny to some of these drivers, but I tell you, this is great racing, and this is what NASCAR misses, in my opinion, is the great racing at short tracks. I would love to see short tracks return, but dirt track racing is my forte, and I love dirt track racing, but this is where I like to see, yeah, there was contact, but these guys were racing hard, and that wasn't even for the lead, but they were racing hard. And they saved it a lot. And that was fantastic. I'm not even going to go through that because we've seen that. That's the Hornet's Nest. That's the Hornet's Nest they always used to chalk to me when I made my first trip out onto the racetrack. And I was always taking scratch. And finally I had a driver that's been racing for a long time say, I'm going to learn nothing, starting scratch on the field all the time. So he told me to go up in the Hornet's Nest. I learned that way. I tell you what, it makes you a heck of a better driver for missing all those wrecks. So we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. Lap 18 to 60. Yellow flag has happened again, but we're going to extinguish at that time and hopefully see some more great racing. Green flag's back up in the air. The 71 of Daniel Stifler out to the early advantage. Brett Rolls running second again still. The 61 machine of Josh Peacock running in that third spot. 21 of Jim Revis now there. But look at the 73 motoring on the top shelf for the Speedway. That's Stephen Moore. Moore trying to move into the third as there's some contact being made again. But that's racing. Rubbing is racing here in the street stacks. Full fender frenzy at the best. We are definitely going to stay. Jim Revis was on the 3-wide battle. There's more 3-wide battling going on throughout the pack here. There's great racing going on. They've made it really racy for these drivers here at Volusia. We are on lap 21 of 60, and man, this is Daniel Stifler with the race lead. Those guys pulling away, and that is what Brett Rolls in the 124 machine. So Rolls having a great race here tonight in the Sunday night shootout, but the 67 machine making a little contact. Sawyer making contact with the number 24 of Hoff. Hoff right now trying to stay up top there, as now Sawyer makes a little bit more contact, diving it back down to the bottom side, trying to make something happen. Moore now dressed back into it, almost 4 wide through the corner, as Jim Revis now moves himself into third. Lurking in the shadows is the evil one himself, Jim Revis. Been on fire as of late, now up to third. Yellow flag going to fly again here at Volusia, and it's going to be great racing, and unfortunately probably not the racing that we wanted to see here for some of these drivers, as we're going through and looking to see what maybe caused that one. Let's see if Joshua Ely was involved in that one. Yep, indeed, Joshua Ely. The 009 machine, and again, he had to check up and then made a bumper tap to, I believe that was 010 machine. And again, nobody had anywhere to go. I mean, the person right directly behind him may not have had time enough to check up, and it just, you know, the cars do what they want when they start getting sideways, and unfortunately, Joshua Ely, now he's going to be relegated to the rear, now down on pit road, getting heavy damage fixed on that 009 machine. So it is Stifler and Rolls going to lead them down to get the green flag here once again, as the iRacing.com pace truck still out there on the field. As it looks like they're a little bit back maybe from the pace truck. Yes, indeed they are. Stifler, Rolls, Revis, Moore, Hoff, Sawyer, Pruett, Surratt, Peacock, and Salter. Those are your top 10 as of right now. As we've had a couple yellow flags here, as we have yellow fever, might have to page Dr. Green for a little elixir for that yellow fever here. But hopefully we are going to be all right here, almost to the halfway point. We're 25 laps in of 60. That iRacing.com pace truck going to lead them back down to pit road. There's the number 71 of Stifler, and Rolls going to light the wick off of turn number 4. Green flag's back in the air. Rolls falls back to second, does not get the start he wanted. Revis dives down to the bottom side in that number 21 machine. Side-by-side battle for the second spot. As Revis falls back in the line, full setting down to the bottom. Oh, contact made, and around goes Hoff. Brendan Hoff in the number 24, around in a knot off the front bumper of another driver. And we'll just have to go back to yellow flag here, and that's where we're going to make the halfway point, is under yellow flag. As we ride with Brenton Hoff here, is a tough break for that machine, as the 67 just full send it into the corner. Didn't realize, I don't think 24 was going to check up, and then the parking lot down here at the entrance of pit road. Joshua Ely, Bailey Bennett, those guys all involved. The 010 machine of Brunson also involved in that one. It looks like Hoff is going to call it a night here. And that number 24 machine, after running up inside the top 5 here tonight and having a great run, Hoff going to be behind the wall. As Revis was able to sneak by Rolls there with that slide job maneuver, just barely beating him by a bumper. So Revis going to start on the outside of Stifler in the 71. Rolls going to be relegated back to third. The 73 of Moore going to be fourth, and Justin Pruett inside the top 5 there in fifth. 6th right now is Kyle Surratt. Josh Peacock running 7th. Jason Salter 8th. Caleb Ramsey up to 9th. The number 13 machine. And remember, Ramsey came from a consolation event, and Austin Miners also rolling off in that 10th position right now. So that is your top 10 as they run right now on the field. We're coming up on halfway. When we get the green flag, we will be halfway home of the 60-lap feature at Volusia Speedway. Just waiting to see if these drivers can get it together here for a green flag run, as yellow flags have just plagued the early portions of this event. And that's these guys, a lot of them have a long run race setups, I should say. So we'll see what happens here as iRacing.com. Pace truck dives down in, green flag back in the air. Stifler doesn't get the advantage like he did last time, but Revis still rolling in that second spot. Here comes Rolls down to the bottom side. He wants to wrestle second back from Revis. Not going to be had there, as Rolls gets a tad bit loose. Revis still running in second. Now Rolls is in a firefight with the number 73 machine of Moore for that third spot. It is the number 71 machine leading here, lap 31 of 60. Jim Revis running in second. Third now is Brett Rolls. Fourth is the 73 machine of Moore. Oh, Moore fires back down to the inside. He's going to take back over third. The number 73 machine, and yellow flag going to fly again. So we're going to page Dr. Green. Paging Dr. Green. Paging Dr. Green for elixir for the yellow fever. We've had a lot of yellows. We need Dr. Green to Volusia Speedway to cure the yellow fever. I tell you what, if it wasn't for bad luck, he would have no luck at all. The number 20 of Greg Tuberville is involved in this one as he hits the inside wall, and around he goes off the 16 there of Blackberg. And oh man, Tuberville, I tell you, great guy. Has had a lot of leads and things happen to him. And man, he's had a lot of wrecks as of late, and Tuberville just cannot get the monkey off his back. And like I said, if it wasn't for bad luck, he would have no luck at all. We've had two casualties of the race. The number 11 of Kyle Moyer, he's out in 26, and 25th is in 24 of Bretton Hoff. Those guys both behind the wall. We have 24 cars left running out here at Volusia. Nobody a lap down that's left running. Bailey Bennett is currently in last there in the number 72 machine, so he's looking to make his misfortunes a little bit better aboard the 24 or aboard the 72 machine. So we'll see what happens here. Let's see if we can get the comers and goers here. See if this widget's actually going to work. As you're starting to see the comers and goers here in the 13 positions for the number 13 of Ramsey. So that's the biggest mover so far. Eric Ike said 12 positions, the number 12 machine. So fantastic going comers and goers there. As looking at that, it's a nice race progress as we're getting ready to go green flag here off of turn number 4. Green flag's back in the air. Can we get some green flag racing? Dr. Green says so. He says he's put that elixir out there, so hopefully that's going to cure this yellow fever. It's a 71 of Stifler. Out to the early advantage of 21 of Jim Revis running in second. Meanwhile, a battle for the third spot. It is Rolls down to the bottom side-by-side battle there with a 73 machine of Moore. Moore right now on the top shelf of the Speedway. Pruett trying to get involved in this one. So is the 25 of Surratt. Surratt drives away in deep. 3 wide for the fourth spot. The 17 machine, or the 124 machine, the 07 machine, and the 25 machine. Great battle going on for the fourth spot. The Rolls machine trying to hang on, as I'm used to calling him 17, but he's the 124 here tonight. Brett Rolls holding on to a fourth, but I tell you what, here comes Austin Miners in the number 8 machine. These guys put on a whale of a battle here behind Revis in the 73. So we're looking through here, and 73 comes a little bit of a warpy-doo here with the 73 machine of Moore. Moore tries to dive back down to the bottom side. He's got his hands full with the 21 of Jim Revis. Look at Justin Pruett up to fourth. In the 07 machine, he wrestles that away from Rolls. So Justin Pruett up to fourth. He's trying to get into the top 3 here in the 07 machine, having a fantastic race. Is Justin Pruett, the 73, blinked out there just a tad bit more again. But Jim Revis still running in second. Daniel Stifler, a man on a mission, as we're going to go down to about 20 laps to go here for Daniel Stifler, the Iceman. He's got ice running through his veins. Can he hold on here to the feature event as he's still got 20 laps, 20 more circuits around the Volusia Speedway? Go off, Revis, Moore, Pruett, Miners even coming up through the field. Rolls, Peacock, don't cut out Peacock. Josh comes on late. Caleb Ramsey, Surratt, Jason Salter. Those guys all right there, but the 21 of Jim Revis has really reeled in the 71 machine. We have 20 laps remaining. Yellow flag going to fly here is, I guess the lecture wasn't as good as the doctor wanted or the doctor ordered, so we'll have to see if he can serve some more up here. The yellow flag flying once again here at Volusia Speedway. We're going to find out what happened to bring out this most recent yellow flag. So as we do a lot of looking here, is it looks like Tuberville and Bailey Bennett may have made a little contact, all by a selfie, though. The 72 of Bailey Bennett goes around, pulls back out, and that's going to bring out our yellow flag here for the most recent yellow. I thought there was more guys involved in that one, but we have Enos Ely now out of this event, so we have 22 cars left out on the speedway. Again, got to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight to Full Velocity TV. Got to thank all of our sponsors, all the fans out there on Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch for tuning in here. And it's been a fantastic show. Yes, it's been plagued by some yellow flags, more than we wanted to see here this evening. And indeed, probably more than the drivers or even the admin staff wanted to see. But they're doing a fantastic job holding to their own here as we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. It is Stifler and Revis. Green flag back in the air off of turn number 4. It is the number 71 of Stifler leading the charge down to turn number 1. The 21 of Revis down to the bottom side. The 73. Look at Jason Salter way down to the bottom side. He is making a 3 wide. He's trying to make moves happen. He knows he has to get up towards the front. Can't let these guys get away there. The number 10 machine, but Revis still peeking down to the bottom. Gets a little bit heavy there in the back end. Gets a tad bit loose. The number 20, I should say light in the back end. The 21 of Jim Revis almost around there as he has to gather her back up. Loses about a car length and a half to your current race leader, Daniel Stifler. The 73 right there, Stephen Moore, running for 3. So again, Daniel Stifler still leading this event here, just trying to look at some different cameras as we get the flash-by camera here, watching these guys go through, and Braden Richards around. I believe that's going to bring out a yellow flag. It's Braden Richards, yep, indeed, around in the 010 machine. We've seen that happening, didn't we, folks? Seen it happening live on the screen, and we're going to see it again here as it happens. Braden Richards in the 010 machine. He was trying to think about it and then had nowhere to go and tried to go back down to the bottom. Didn't realize the 67 was around. 67 just drives right straight through him, and the 012 machine of Braden Richards is going to be relegated back to the rear. He knows it's probably his mistake, and unfortunately bring out another yellow flag. So we have 12 laps to go here. Probably going to get the green flag about 10 to go, as it is Daniel Stifler, Jim Revis, Stephen Moore. So those guys right now, the top 3. 4th is Justin Pruett, Austin Miners, Brett Rolls, Jason Salter, Caleb Ramsey, Chris Loven, and Josh Peacock. 9th, 10th is Chris Loven, the number 7 machine. So iRacing.com, lights are extinguished from top to iRacing.com page struck. So that means we're going to go back to green flag racing here with 10 laps remaining. We got 11 to go right now, so 10 to go at the line. So who's it going to be here tonight? We know you got a favorite out there. We'd like to hear you sing it here, or even say it. I shouldn't say sing it. I won't make you guys sing, but let's hear who's it going to be here tonight. We know you got a favorite out there, and we want to see it here on Full Velocity TV. We want to see your pick. 10 laps remaining, Volusia Speedway. Yes, we've been yellow flag plagued, but there's been some great racing, nevertheless, out there on the Speedway 3, 4, and I've even seen 5 wide here at Volusia. Who would have thought here that would happen? As green flag back out in the air. The 71 of Daniel Stifler leading the charge here down the front straightaway. Can Jim Revis have anything for him? Can the 73 have anything for any of these top two? 73 dives it in deep. Look at the 07 machine. Pruett to the top shelf for the Speedway. He's trying to make it happen. It's side-by-side battle there with the 73 of Moore. Pruett up on the top shelf. He's into a podium so far. 9 laps remaining. '73 drives it back down in deep. That is Moore. Stifler making a little bit of contact there with the 21 of Revis. That's going to gather these guys back up. Pruett still side by side with the 73 of Moore. That is a battle for the 3rd spot. Also, caution flag is going to fly once again. That's going to restack and repack this field. Not sure if Justin Pruett got that one at the line. Pruett might be able to start back on the outside there. But again, tough break for these cars as they are just starting to get the green flag out. And yellow flag going to relegate them back down to double file. Like I said, the 20 doesn't have any luck at all, besides bad luck. Look at this. Tuberville on Full Velocity TV again, but this time Joyner had a lot of contact. I mean, a wholesale contact there with outside wall. That car's totaled. Tough break for the 7-Eleven of Terry Joyner. That's not the TV time he wanted. That's not the kind of TV time he wanted here tonight. Okay, so we're going to restack and reset this field at Volusia Speedway here, hopefully for the final time. We got 7 laps remaining here. It's going to, I think, going to be single file here on the restart. So Stifler, it's going to be Stifler, Revis, Pruett, Moore, Miners, Rolls, Ramsey, Salter, Peacock, and Lowen. Those are your top 10 as we sit. We'll have green flag with 5 to go. Anything probably under 3 to go. If we get a yellow flag, that's going to end the race here tonight. Do you want to try something early and maybe chance losing a position because of all the yellow flags? Do you want to chance it and try to dive down to the bottom? Maybe make a tad bit of contact if you're Jim Revis, a tad bit of contact with the number 71 machine. You don't have to make a lot of contact. I mean, you don't have to throw it in there wholesaling it, but do you make a lot of contact with him, or do you sit there and ride and maybe help he makes a mistake and no yellow flag comes out, but green flag back in there? We're racing 5 laps to go here for the 71 of Daniel Stifler. Jim Revis dives it down to the bottom pretty deep. There in the 21 machine, testing it out, testing the waters, almost making contact there as he comes up the track down the back straightaway. The 07 of Justin Pruett running in that 3rd spot. 73 running for 4. Austin Miners running for 5. As we come off the turn, it is the 71 of Daniel Stifler putting the distance between himself and the 21 of Revis. Revis a little bit better on the corner entry. Here comes Justin Pruett. Pruett trying to work on the top shelf of the Speedway here. Down the back straightaway, Pruett now trying to go to battle here with the 21 of Jim Revis. Austin Miners also battling it out with the 73 machine of Stephen Moore. Moore right now holds on to the 4th spot as we got 3 laps remaining. And I tell you what, the 21 of Jim Revis is starting to reel back in Stifler, but those 7 of Pruett waiting for one of those guys to make a mistake. Maybe he'll be able to pounce as those guys trying to put some distance between themselves and the number 73 of Moore and Miners. Those guys have been quick all evening long. Stifler gets a tad bit loose. Here comes Revis down to the bottom side trying to make something happen. Pruett goes to the top shelf of the Speedway. Popsicle sticks in the air. 2 more trips around the Speedway here. Volusia, Revis now back down to the bottom again. What a great battle going on for the 2nd spot and the top spot for that matter down the back straightaway. Into turn number 3, we're going to see off of turn number 4, we're going to see White Silk. Jim Revis one final time. Can he throw anything at him? I know he's got that kitchen sink to throw at him. Can he do it? Can he pick up the victory here, Volusia, or can Daniel Stifler hold on through 1 and 2? Down the back straightaway, Jim Revis up to his rear corner. There, his left rear. Into turn number 3, Jim Revis down to the bottom side, trying to pull a slider. going to make a tad bit of contact with the 71 of Stifler. Stifler going to maintain the victory here. The 21 of Jim Revis going to finish up for 2. Justin Pruett for 3. Stephen Moore for 4. 5 Austin Miners, Brett Rolls, Caleb Ramsey, Jason Salter, Josh Peacock, and Chris Lowen rounds out your top 10. What a fantastic race here tonight. Yes, there was a lot of yellow flags, but that end proves how fast these guys are and how hard that they can race. Okay, as we get ready, we're going to take it down to, it looks like Pruett exiting the Speedway. Hopefully, maybe we can get some views of these cars. That's what we kind of wanted to do, is park on the front straightaway so you guys can see and put the number to the face. Or if you haven't seen them here on Full Velocity TV, hopefully someday we'll get that right. They'll sit there. Maybe the car noises are making them a little bit agitated. As we're sitting here getting ready here. We're already over to Discord. So we're going to move Jim Revis and these guys down. Hopefully I can see them. I think Mr. Pyle's helping me out here. I've seen he's joined us there in the booth. So we're going to sit here just a moment, and we're going to pull down these guys in just a second. Well, first off, we're going to start talking to the 07 machine here tonight. That is the driver of Damn It Boys Racing, I should say, in that 07 machine, Justin Pruett. So we're going to see what Justin Pruett has to say, bringing home a podium finish here tonight on Full Velocity TV. Justin, we're finally seeing you back up here. I know we've been seeing you more often. This time taking down a third-place finish at Volusia, and it looked like you guys had a whale of a battle going on. Did you have anything for the top two, or were you just waiting for them to kind of make a mistake?
On the outside of Jim and kind of get a run on him, and he started sliding up the track on exit, so I gave him a little bit too much room, and he was able to get back, pull the slider back in front of me. But, yeah, I think if we'd have had some more green flags, man, my car runs really good on the long runs. It's okay when the track is, heavy in the beginning, but it really shines once it slicks off when we get in that long run. Overall, though, hell of a race.
Yeah, there was a lot of yellow flags. A lot of people out there mentioning the yellow flags out there on Facebook Live and YouTube and Twitch. But I tell you what, the fantastic racing that we got to see, the video footage, I tell you, 4 and 5 wide at times. Justin, what was going through your mind? I know you were not probably in the middle of it, but seeing 3 and 4 wide racing here in Volusia, tell us about your thoughts of that one.
Well, I mean, Volusia kind of breeds cautions. It's this track's fairly flat, and it once it gets slick, man, it's a handful. I consider this my favorite track. I'm a Southern Florida boy living in Virginia now, but I love coming here.
Oh, definitely one of my favorite tracks on the simulation, and it's just because it reminds me of my home track, kind of a D shape, kind of flat, not a lot of banking. But Justin, I'm going to give you a microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. We'd like to thank you for your third place finish tonight.
First off, I'm gonna thank my team, Damn It Boy Racing. We finally starting to figure the setups out and pretty good, and give a shout out to my teammate Michael Whitlock. I think he's watching there. Want to give a shout out to my dad. He tunes in all the time, Robbie Pruett. Give a shout out to Jim Revis for the wrap, man. Evil One Graphics, dude's one of the best in the business. If you're riding around in a plain Jane car, man, give Jim a call. I want to thank Full Velocity and everybody for coming out and putting on a show.
Oh, indeed. Got to thank you guys for coming out. And what a whale of a show, Justin, you put on here, taking home 3rd place. And hopefully we'll see more of you up here. What do you think about that? Maybe Victory Lane?
Yeah, man, we need to jump up a couple steps on the podium there. We'll get there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, driving the number 07 here, tonight's 3rd place finisher at Volusia, Justin Pruett. And hopefully we'll see him a couple spots better here as we go on. We're going to pull down Jim Revis here. And Jim Revis taking home the 2nd position here tonight. Jim Revis, a fantastic show. I tell you what, Jim, I know there's probably a little bit, being from an admin standpoint, probably too many yellows for you. But a fantastic show, never to say, but you should have seen 3 and 4, maybe even 5 wide racing through the field. And you brought home 2nd place here tonight. Tell us about your race. I mean, you and Dan were having a great race, and then Pruett came there a little bit later.
Yeah, I needed a few more green flag laps there, or at least 2 more laps added on to the end there. I think we had the car to beat tonight if I could have just got up there. Justin, I looked in the back, seen Justin back there, and I knew he was coming. And their caution before last, I kind of got into Dan a little bit. So my hat's off to Justin. He checked up to allow me to let Dan get straightened back out. So all in all, it was a good night. Like I said, we had real good racing in front.
It definitely was a fantastic race, and you guys always put on a whale of a show, whether it's Wednesday or Sunday here, Jim, and 3 and 4 wide racing, and it goes to show you, I mean, we've seen guys beating and banging off each other, but they were able to keep it going the right direction here tonight, and that tells you that you got some good drivers throughout the whole field.
Yeah, that's what we kind of like to stress here, man. If you get somebody sideways, let off the gas. Don't shove them on around, and get a few other people, if they check up, and it allows the other people to get straightened out and keep good night of racing. Like I said, we had quite a few cautions here, more than what I like. That's why after the last caution, we, as the admins all decided, we're going to go single file, try to help it out. And it did. At least we got at least 5 or 6 laps in there, all green flag. So like I said, all in all, good night of racing, man. Congratulations to Dan on the win. He earned this one.
Yeah, definitely earned this one. I tell you, Jim, you were nipping at his heels each and every step of the way there. But I'm going to leave the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. I'd like to thank tonight. Again, another podium finish. Jim, we've seen you quite a bit here on Full Velocity TV as of late.
Thank you, sir. First and foremost, everybody that comes out and races. I think we had a 42-car field tonight, which is top so far. Last week we had 41. So everybody that watches, tunes into the broadcast, and we appreciate all your comments in there, and I'm glad to see you guys watching. Jason, and Eric, helping out here at DWR. Justin, he helps out here too. And like I said, Evil One Graphics, and of course, best broadcast team on the net right now, Full Velocity TV, you and Phil.
Definitely got to thank. Definitely got to thank you for that one, Jim. Got to thank you guys for having us aboard here. One of I think the best street stock league that we've encountered here around the clock. So bar none, we've had a fantastic time here tonight. We've had a fantastic time every Wednesday. So these are events that we circle on our calendar each and every week.
All righty, guys. Well, I'll let you get to the feature winner there, Mr. Stifler, and tell him, make sure to let him know I say congratulations.
All right, will do, Jim. Again, congratulations for your 2nd place finish, and we'll see you again, I'm sure, here soon.
Yeah, thank you, guys. We'll see you all again on Wednesday for Wednesday night street fights.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up 2nd place here tonight, driver of the number 21, the Evil One himself, that's Jim Revis. We're going to work our way down to victory lane with a fantastic race winner here, and I'm sure he's psyched for it here. The Iceman himself, Daniel Stifler, aboard the number 71 machine. And man, you held off Jim Revis, you've held off Justin Pruett, you've held off all comers here tonight, Dan.
Way to go,
fantastic
Dan!
Showing.
Way to go, Dan!
Yeah, thanks, man. I tell you what, we didn't run a whole lot of green flag laps there, but I'm worn out from trying to hold Jim off there. Every restart, I kept thinking, man, I got to do this again. How am I going to hold on to this? But we pulled through, and Jim gave it hell on that last lap there, but we were able to hang on and pick up the victory.
Yeah, definitely a fantastic show there, Dan. You didn't get to see a lot of the stuff that was happening behind you, probably the 4 and 5 wide racing, those guys beating and banging off each other. You gotta thank your lucky stars for having a good heat race and starting up front, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I like about these qualifying races, able to lay down a good lap and start up front, because Wednesday night with the pill draw, I was back in that mess Wednesday night there, so I know all about that.
Definitely looking up and down the chart, you did have the fastest lap of the evening, Dan, and you were able to hold off Jim, but Jim was coming, and Jim ran a couple of fast laps towards the end of that one. And you were able to hold him off, and he said if he had a couple more laps, he had something more for you. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, he was getting a couple good runs on me there. I was going to try and close the door on him a few times, but I also didn't want to do anything stupid and take us both out. But, yeah, he was definitely right there. Made me nervous for sure.
Well, taking down the victory, the floor is all yours. The microphone's all yours, Dan. I'd like to thank you tonight on your fantastic win on Sunday Night Shootout. Remember, you beat 42 guys here tonight.
Yeah, thanks, guys. First off, I want to thank Jim, Eric, and Jason at DWR for putting these 2 leagues up for us to run each and every week. Couldn't ask for a better group of guys to run with, and those guys are some of the best at running the show too. So thank Jim Revis also at Evil One Graphics for putting this wrap on the car, and thanks to you guys at Full Velocity TV. You guys do an awesome job. Appreciate all you do for us.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, taking down the victory here tonight, Dan Stifler aboard the number 71, the Iceman. And you had some fans out there cheering for you. A lot of guys congratulating you. Jim Revis made sure to tell me to let you know, Dan, congratulations again on your victory here tonight.
All right, yeah, thanks again, guys. Celebrate this one. It'll be a short celebration, and go get ready for the next event here tonight.
All right, Dan. Hopefully we'll see you here. Grassroots Racing, I believe it's the next event you'll be at, right?
Yeah, that's what we're planning on. I guess they're still running. I haven't heard otherwise.
Yeah, me either. But we'll be there too. Hopefully, maybe you'll see a sweep here tonight. 2 races in a row.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome to bring home the double. That'd be fun for sure. We'll see you there.
All right, Daniel Stifler taking down the victory. We'll let him get ready for the race number 2. Is trying to get him back up here. Is race number 2 going to be at Grassroots Racing, and hopefully we'll see another show. Last week some other issues arose. We could not broadcast Grassroots. It was on league standpoint of things, so hopefully we're able to get that locked and loaded here tonight, and Grassroots will be coming live here about 10:15, 10:20 Eastern time here on Full Velocity TV. But as we see it here tonight, Daniel Stifler taking down the victory here tonight. We're going to do a little bit of a results as we're going to throw the unofficial results up here. It is Daniel Stifler, Jim Revis, Pruett, Moore, Minor. Then you got Rolls, Ramsey, Salter, Peacock, Lowen. Then you got Eichstead, Surratt, Debris, Williams, and Richards. Brewer, Blackburn, Swat, Brunson, Bennett, Tuberville, Joyner, Enos, Ely, Hoff, and Moyer round out your 26-car field here at Volusia. So that's going to wrap things up here. DWR Sunday Night Shootout. Got to thank everybody for tuning in here on Full Velocity TV, YouTube, for Full Velocity TV, YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Again, guys, we'll be with you here about 10:15. Again, I'm Todd Stanton. Again, until 10:15. We'll see you then.